so really tired this week, and so I don't know. I find like, if in the bed, it means I can do like a bit of typing, and then I can go, and then wake up and do it more. I don't know if I've been. I mean, basically, I mean, I got sick last week when I was doing this, this quite intense design sprint, and I had to just like push on and get it done, and was not the right thing to do from a health perspective. But there we go. But yeah, hopefully, I should be fine. Hey, Lokesh, how are you doing?
I'm good.
So, can't hear you at the moment, Lokesh, but I guess your video is very slow. You might want to turn off your video to improve the thing there. Anyway, we're live. It is the Martin Fowler Scrum. We went live a minute or so ago. Still working out those timings. We've got Lokesh and Matt and Sam, and I guess I will go first because my brain's not able to change gears fast enough. Things I have done this morning include I have worked through parts of the website. I've made some changes to the getting started page just to like add async voter and run func thing to the list of active projects and increase the width of the table there and just kind of make it look a bit better. So a few more improvements there that I hope will lead to more people clicking through on projects. There's a lot more to do, but yeah, that's my new year of blogging. I don't know if it's going to last a year. Is basically reviewing every element of the Agile Ventures site. We've also got the Chatlio thing live on the Agile Ventures site, so on the main site now, as well as the non-profits one. So that means on the developer site. So that means that in principle, anybody wandering around on the site who's a bit unsure about this and the other can talk to us on Slack. So we'll give that a try and see how that works. We get a free trial for a month, which I like. I mean, it would be lovely if it was just for free. Unlike Intercom and some of the other ones, you have to like pay up front before you even know if there's any value from it. Well, I guess we will see, from a month of chatting to people if there's any kind of real value from that or not. Yeah, so those two things. Then other thing I've done is I've made a survey for the premium members as part of connecting up with them, and I was just about to start working on looking at migrating the autograders to Azure, which could be a little bit of a money spinner for us. We will see. I've got to get my head back into gear for the autograders. Coming up, we've got the marketing meeting as local support kickoff later on today. Just trying to keep on ticking over and doing things, getting slowly better. Matt, how are things going with you?
Hi, very good. Not much to update, just I thought I'd mention the event manager. I know we set up next week to work on that. So
Yeah.
Before then, I'm going to try to get it working so that we have a back end for Rails and a front end for Ember. I know I keep going back and forth between using Ember and React, but I think I'd be more productive in Ember, and especially since I'm working on that run func project. Ember has a lot of components that are like pre-built, so we haven't really gotten to that with React, but it's really easy to drop in things nicely. So I think it'll work nicely. It's it's a prototype, like we're saying too. So
yeah, it's good to do
a little more effective in that.
Yeah, good to do an experiment. I mean, I guess that there's always two questions, which is one, can you get it to do what you want it to do, and then two, can you actually have a test harness in there so that one doesn't have to be manually testing everything every time. So
yeah, I think the way in run func they use Cucumber seems to work great.
Cool. Oh yeah, having a working example or something is golden. Yeah, totally.
So I'm pretty psyched about that.
Nice one. Anything blocking you?
Nothing blocking me. No. Looking good. I think that's it for me. Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Matt. Lokesh, how are things going with you?
So I finally submitted the pull request for website one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was regarding the test for testing the YouTube links
Okay.
are working fine. Yeah, so Sam, I explored, uh, Phantom.js trying to uh, check for JavaScript errors,
Mm-hmm.
and it was successful, but the problem was, there were many URLs which it was fetching from the internet.
Okay.
Like, yeah, so that was a problem because I think it could slow down the testing a lot. So I think we are better without executing the whole JavaScript because that will fetch a lot of URLs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, my worry was that there would be a lot of unrelated JavaScript errors that could just be ignored. When you say there were lots of other URLs being fetched, how
Yeah.
does that why does that impact our ability to check for errors?
So I think that will slow down the checking the tests.
Okay, but so you think that, or you saw that the test slowed down when you included it?
No, I didn't saw that. Yeah, I saw a little bit delay,
Okay.
but I think we should because it is often said that you should mock these things. You shouldn't rely on the
Mm.
real URL. So
Yes, yes, and we've got it running in a sandbox anyway. So I mean, if there's a new error that occurs, we're not going to see it. So yeah, I think that looks like we've got a good compromise position there with what you've got there. We've got a test that checks this thing that we know that it works, and if another one comes along, like there's a change in the YouTube API or what have you, we'll just have to experience that manually, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's great. That looks good. I think that looks like that's ready to merge.
yeah,
And presumably you checked that it fails when the fix is not
yeah,
present.
yeah.
Yeah,
I checked.
great, fantastic.
Yeah. And now the status is I'm looking for other you know things to work on. If you have anything specific in mind, let me know.
Sure. Yes. The things I would say immediately that are on my mind is that I notice. Well, one, anything related to Jitsi. So it would be nice if we could have like a button for starting Jitsi to make it easier for people to start Jitsi. There's also making it so that we have the video URL. It would be great. I mean, a simple step would be making it so that the video URL can be added manually, which it can't at the moment.
You said
So
manually.
yeah. So I think that one could try and automate the whole thing, but I think it might be faster to just have a ability to manually update the video URL the same way we can manually update the Hangout URL.
Where should we update the video URL?
Like in the page, the place where we currently. Well, anyway, I guess I've got lots of ideas. Maybe we'll take that to the end of the Scrum, and we'll have a little bit of a chat about direction for website one. But yeah, we'll go through that because I noticed that Federico is also here. Welcome, Federico. Great to see you in the Martin Fowler Scrum. How are things going with you?
Hey Sam. Hey everyone. Pretty good. I really just wanted to join to test out Jitsi a little more because I wanted to check out that my Gravatar works and that
it does appear to work. I can see your whatever it is very clearly.
And the screen share also. Mm-hmm. I noticed that you actually have to go to the extensions, and I usually sign in incognito mode.
Oh yeah.
And so you have to. I guess I could test it out. Can you guys see my screen?
We can.
Yeah, so you have to click on that to allow it in the extensions tab.
Yes. I think we've all, but I think it's just once. I think we've all done that once to allow, and then it just works. Yes. Yeah. Cool.
Other than that, I've been working on the newsletter this morning, so I got a good portion of that done, and we got the marketing meeting coming up, and so hopefully after that, I'll get the newsletter done and pushed out.
Great.
And
wonderful.
That's all.
Nothing blocking you. Fantastic. Great.
Yeah.
All right, that's our Scrum. So Scrum over. I think the only outstanding business we've got there is just that stuff that we were just talking about with Lokesh. I guess. I mean, I also. I was going to share my screen here. I also, Lokesh, I'd been looking at the you know, this scenario, and like I think there is a way to rewrite it that makes it clearer what it does, but there's, you know, and I think one of the things is, you know, if like for me, if I can set my screen up so that I can see the scenario and then I can see the steps underneath, then that's the kind of working environment that is really helpful for me to kind of like manage it, because I think it's really difficult if you're switching backwards between the scenario and then the steps and then backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, and getting your screen laid out so you can see things side by side is really important. Anyway, that's, I think I will do that separately and put the suggestions in the pull request, or just add them and then merge it in, because I think we, as you said, you kind of moved on from this one. In terms of like, yeah, things to do, which I think is, yeah, probably more important. Thank you for pulling me back there, Matt. Is so, you know, at the moment, if we're in a, I mean, this one here is a live event. Look, we can see how we can look. You can chat to me immediately. Look, it's amazing. Sorry, go. Like here. So, for example, like we could have added to here, as well as edit Hangout link, we could have edit YouTube or edit video link. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it would be lovely to automate everything, but the problem with automating everything is it relies on everything working, and as we find, sometimes things fail. So having a manual override is really important. I kind of, I get in, I don't know why it's so challenging. With previous developers, I've often they've removed the manual thing and said, why do we need that? It's all, who needs it? And I'm like, no, but things break. So, you know, you have to be able to cope with that situation when they don't work. So I think if we had the ability here to edit the YouTube link, I know what we should call it, should say edit video link, because maybe in the future we won't use YouTube. But so this should be like edit, and, you know, maybe we want to move away from the word Hangout. But anyway, so one would be like edit video link here, right? And then a thing could pop up and you could put that in, and then that would be able to post it to the Slack, and it would update it so that, for example, in our events, like we've got this whole past Scrums thing where the videos, like here, at the moment, they don't work. I think because they're not being updated. I think they're null, right? So that in some way, like, it's disturbing to have broken things in the site. I think, you know, new people coming to the site, they're like, oh, this is interesting, we could see the I mean, how many people actually navigate to there is an interesting another question.
Yeah, I do. I try to a lot.
Yeah, so we can see, I mean, there's people coming in here and clicking on these things and just seeing it's all broken.
Right.
You know? So that just looks, it reflects badly on us, and people who are like, oh, I want to get involved in this community, oh, their website's broken. So, you know, I would say, yeah, kind of that would be that's the highest priority on my mind. Like, if we could be able to be in, you know, an individual page. Gosh, what's happening there? And to set the YouTube URL, that would be, and if that worked, that would fix up some other broken things in the site. The other one, which would be, you know, giving it the option to start a Hangout URL, or even looking into it. It's more of a research thing. For the Jitsi, for a button, it's like, okay, could we, you know, what's involved there? But I think that the edit video link is like, there would be a fairly clear win from that. It would save people time posting the video links. Like, I haven't now, I haven't done it for this one. Where was our video link stopped? So it would save us time, and it would fix a broken thing in our site. So yeah, should we have you focus on that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Great. And so, and the thing to think about it in terms of doing it test first, right, is that rather than finding the place and writing the code and looking for edit video link here, what you would do is you'd write the test first. You'd maybe copy the test that does the edit hangout link, yeah, in Cucumber, and you'd adjust it so that it was looking for edit video link, and then you'd see it fail, and then you'd add in the thing and then see it pass. You get the idea?
Yeah.
And so then you would be test driving the creation of this new feature.
Sam, real quick.
Go on.
Would it make sense to have edit hangout links as one option where you put in, or is that
could do? It could be edit. It could be edit teleconference / video link, and there would be the two things would pop up, and you wouldn't be required to fill in both of them. Or
but maybe that's.
I mean,
okay.
You know, I think the difficulty will be like, just because there are weird things about the, like, I've tried to go and update the video links manually. There's like stuff with just making it work. So I think if we have something working.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
It's a good point about should it be, what one thing or a little form that pops up or what it should be.
Yeah, ideally, it might be a pop up, but that's.
But yeah. Let's get something working and we can evolve from there. I feel like, it's like, just in terms of the current layout, that it would be easier to have, just in terms of the test, and like if we leave the existing functionality there and we have a second one that does the same thing. Do you know what I mean? I think cloning it will probably be easier,
right? And
maybe get that working, and then we'll polish the interface once we've got people using it. But so I'm just wondering if I think we do have. There is a ticket there. So this is the ticket that we. So we could actually do a quick vote on that right now.
Yeah.
If people are in website 1. So voter manual update of YouTube links, video links. There we go. So, did anybody need further discussion of this feature? Looks like Federico doesn't. Nor Matt. I guess. I can't. It's interesting. I can't vote. Well, now that everybody else has voted, I can vote, even though you can see which one button I pressed. Don't look away. Look away now. All right. There we go. And we voted. Okay. And so Federico's on his own, thinking it's simple. Federico, your thoughts onto its simplicity?
No, perhaps I'm wrong.
I guess I think you're right. It certainly seems simple.
Pretty much cloning existing behavior, right?
Well, we're cloning the individual interface component. The reason that makes me think it might be hard is because in the past, when I've tried to manually update the things, we've got all these validations that kind of try and prevent you from updating the YouTube URL, and I'm not even sure why they're there or what purpose they serve. So I suspect that's where trouble will be found, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, so, that's helpful to know. So yeah. I'll switch to medium.
All right. Well, that is voted and sorted. And I'll put a size 2 on there, and we'll assign that to Lokesh. Yeah. Okay. Great. So yeah, I mean, I'll try and give you feedback on the other and get the other stuff merged in Lokesh. But yeah, if you want to work on that one now, that'd be fantastic.
Okay.
All right. Great stuff, guys. That's exactly how these scrums are supposed to work. We do a quick scrum. We maybe have a little bit, actually, maybe a single vote, and then we move on. I'll see some of you in the marketing meeting or other meetings later today.
All right. Sounds good. Bye, everyone.
Bye for now.